She regrets taking a 7 week girls' trip after her husband filed for divorce.
Am I the asshole for falling out of love with my wife after she took a 7 week vacation? I felt a sense of betrayal that my wife had actually gone through with the 7 week vacation. She apologized for taking the 7 week vacation and asked if there was anything we could do to fix it. I told her no. We pretty much went through the motions the next couple of weeks before I finally decided that I wanted a divorce. She seemed devastated when I brought up divorce.
She decided to take 7 weeks girls' trip and was shocked when her partner divorced her. She wasn't expecting to be handed the divorce papers on her return.
Am I the asshole for falling out of love with my wife after she took a 7 week vacation?
Oh.
I, 32 male, have been married to my wife, 30 female, for 4 years, and we've been together for 8. She's a stay-at-home mom. We have Irish twins, 1 female, 2 male, which have been incredibly taxing for my wife. She wanted a solo vacation break for a few weeks where she would travel to different states, visit her high school and college friends, go to concerts, and do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, buddy. She wants to go on a trip to meet up with her high school friends, her college friends. She wants to go to concerts and do lots of fun stuff. Brother, you made the right decision. It's clear what this woman here is really up to. They've been married for 4 years, been together for 8 years. She's been a stay-at-home mom. Sounds like she probably got bored. She might feel a little bit unseen and unheard. So now she's going to go on a trip for 7 weeks and she's going to cheat on you. That's exactly what's taking place. 7 weeks. Sounds like she's not a good mom either. Like, she needs a break from her children. She needs a break from being a mom. She needs a break from being a wife. And it's like, well, I'm not surprised because a lot of them are not built for this life. They want to go back to the city girl life, hot girl summer. They want to go relive out their high school, college years. Obviously, what does the fun stuff mean? Why does she want to go to concerts? Why does she want to go hang out with her high school and college friends for 7 weeks? She wants to travel the states. Oh, and without you. Without you, the husband. Without you, the father. Without her children as a mom. She wants to do it all alone. Give me a break.
She asked if I would be okay with it. I asked if she could make it a couple of weeks shorter, because 7 weeks of managing our 2 children alone sounded really daunting, especially since work was also getting taxing recently. I do work remote, so at least that worked in my favor. I felt a sense of betrayal that my wife had actually gone through with the 7 week vacation. I slowly fell out of love with my wife. When she came back for vacation, she was super refreshed and recharged, but to be honest, I was a bit indifferent. My wife tried to initiate sex the first night she came back, which I rejected because I said I wasn't feeling it.
What did she expect at this point? Everyone needs a break once in a while, but taking 7 weeks on a girl's trip? That is a little too much, and most men wouldn't be comfortable with it. Why would you need to stay away from your family for almost 2 months?
Subsequent days, I had the same level of indifference in our day-to-day life, and she probably noticed it, but didn't say anything. A week later, she asked me why I was acting like this, and I told her I don't love her anymore.
Ooh.
She apologized for taking the 7 week vacation and asked if there was anything we could do to fix it. I told her no. We pretty much went through the motions the next couple of weeks before I finally decided that I wanted a divorce. She seemed devastated when I brought up divorce, which surprised me because I had already told her I don't love her anymore. She asked if we could do couples therapy or marriage counseling first before I started looking for a divorce lawyer. And I told her I needed...
Yeah, I mean, that's to go away for about 2 months, and the reason is to go to concerts and see your high school and college friends and travel the states, and you need a break from being a mom. Very fishy. It's suspicious. And of course she isn't going to tell you ultimately, like, oh yeah, no, when I was away, I cheated on you. When I was away, I went out a bunch and had drinks and met up with strange men that I've never met before, and we did some things. It's like you're never really going to know what went down. And the fact that she didn't want to bring you along, and it sounds like she wanted to do this all alone. That is not acceptable. Absolutely not. It's like it would be different if it was shorter and she was going to see like family or something. For her to clearly, this is all about her. This is all, what is this really? She's just trying to go find herself. She's like, you know what? I've been with you for 4 years. Well, we've been married for 4 years, been with you for 8 years. We've had children. I've been a stay-at-home mom, and this is excellent. This is really as good as it gets in life. I'm provided for. I've got children. But you know what? I want to go find myself, and I'm going to go on a 2-month trip, basically. It's childish in a way. It's silly, and it does sound like some sort of life crisis. Probably, you can guarantee that she was finding herself on some strange man's you know what, or not even a stranger, maybe someone from high school, maybe some fling she had in college, and they're rekindling. You really don't know, but it's unacceptable.
Some time to think about it. I've spent a few days thinking about it, and I'm still leaning towards divorce because I basically don't love my wife anymore. I don't think marriage counseling can fix it. So, am I the asshole for falling out of love with my wife because she took a 7-week vacation?
I don't think so. I mean, you feel however you feel, right? Like, I think that it wasn't just about the vacation. It was also about like her needing that much time away from him and away from their kids and away from their life. Like, damn, like 7 weeks is a lot. That is that is crazy, dude.
I also share the same opinion. That was too long, and it's definitely the main reason he fell out of love for her.
Yeah, I mean, and it sounds like this guy just got over her because she was gone for so long. May not even be the fact that he's concerned about her, like, cheating or whatever. He just, like, didn't see you for 2 months and realized, I don't really love you anymore.
And his feelings were destroyed.
Dude, like, what is that? Just under 2 months?
It's basically 2 months.
That is an insanely, like, I don't know how you can. I've been on vacation, like work trip for like 6 days now. I can't wait to get home to my boyfriend. Like, I cannot wait.
I know she needed a break, but 7 weeks away from your kids is a bit much.
She makes a good point, right? Because if this is a guy that she's like really interested in and she actually loves him, she wouldn't want to be away from him for 2 months. And this kind of tells me, you know, maybe this is a woman who has a pretty extensive past. Maybe she is like alpha widowed from one of these guys in college or shit, you know, even high school. And then this guy that she ultimately married, perhaps he kind of fit that mold of being the beta bucks, the beta provider, the good dad, the good husband. And this is probably why she feels like she needs to get away from the guy for 2 months.
I'm obviously the odd man out. I agree with the husband. Needing 7 weeks away to recharge is wild. I would miss them all too much. 7 weeks is not even 2 full months. Honestly, just means he didn't care about her.
Look at the profile picture. That's all you need to know.
What did she expect? I worked full-time and brought up 4 children. I would never want to be single for 7 weeks.
And that's a great way to put it. I would never want to be single for 7 weeks. Essentially, that's what she did. She told her husband and kids, love you guys, but I'm going to go be single for 7 weeks and live out some sort of fantasy I've been longing for.
Vacation to party with high school and college friends is crazy and definitely a cover-up for another type of trip.
Yep.
Most of us would agree that sometimes we need a bit of time off to recharge, but 7 weeks? The fact that she was comfortable being away from her family for this long could be one of the reasons he decided to file for divorce. Most guys would have an issue having their partner go on a girl's trip as it doesn't have a good reputation, but when you add the duration she wants, it makes things more complicated, and it's shown by his reaction. He couldn't believe that she actually decided to go ahead with it. Even if she had a genuine intention with her time off, the duration of that trip would ring a bell. It's almost 2 months. Why would you need that long away from your loved ones? Can you imagine if we reversed the case? Would she be totally fine if her husband suggested 7-week trip with his friends just to relax?
And that's the thing with stories like this, a lot of times. However, with this case, it does seem like a lot of people are seeing like, wow, this woman is absolutely in the wrong. But if you look at the comparison, like the ratio, like, okay, so this story, we have the woman going on a 7-week trip. And so I would say maybe it's like 70% agree with the man, 30% disagree with the man. But let's say we have a husband, we have a man, and he goes away for 7 weeks. 100% of people would say this guy is a POS. She needs to leave him. He is a loser. He's a deadbeat. You know what I mean? So it's funny how you're always going to get that sort of like, it's gynocentrism basically. But I would say in this case, it still seems like most people agree that what she did here is inappropriate. But if it were a man, all people, not most, all.
I am sure she wouldn't be happy with it, and I don't know why she thought he wouldn't mind. But we have to agree that she is a strong woman for being able to stay away from her children for this long, as most mothers would struggle if they stayed away from their children for a day.
Did he say she's a strong woman for that? No, that's silly.
Shows where her thoughts are, and I don't know why she was surprised when he filed for divorce. It seems like she is doing just fine without him, so why was she shocked when he wanted to give her the space she wants? Now she will be able to go on as many trips as she wants, and she can also stay for longer without having to worry about anyone else.
She tested her man by suggesting she wants to go on girls' trip to Miami, but his response surprised her. He is definitely a man who is sure of himself. He is confident.
So I'm thinking about going to Miami.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Miami
For what reason?
just to go to Miami.
If you're gonna break up with me, just break up with me.
What is wrong with a grown adult wanting to go to Miami for no reason and just enjoy Miami? I enjoy traveling alone and being alone.
Gaslighting.
It's normal. Then she actually breaks up with him and goes to Miami. This is a smart man. He is well aware of Miami's fame, and that's why he wasn't willing to engage in that conversation. At this point, she has to decide on what she wants. She either forgets about it and they continue as a couple, or she can go to Miami and enjoy her girls' trip, but be clear that she is doing it as a single woman. He played it cool. If you go, you better break up with me because you're going to be single from the moment you leave the house. The choice is hers. I have seen so many comments from other women saying they love to travel alone, and there shouldn't be any problem if the women in the video also want to travel by herself. They literally want her to disregard her partner's view of this matter. I bet most of them who claim to do solo travel are single, therefore they have no choice. They are the same women who want to compare themselves to other women in committed relationships. This is a good example of single women trying to keep other women single.
It's funny to think like a woman going on a solo travel trip. Like, okay, you really think she's going to just be happy with being alone the whole time? Like, come on, you know she's going to fire up Tinder. You know she's going to fire up Bumble or one of these apps and look at the men around her and do some dating in a place that nobody knows their name. Nobody knows who she is. And nobody in her hometown where she's coming from will ever know about this. Give me a break. If a woman is traveling alone, especially going to, like Miami, or if it's not like some sort of work trip or going to visit her family for a weekend, and it's like, maybe she hasn't seen her family in a while. This whole type of like, oh, I'm going to go travel alone to Europe. I'm going to go travel alone and I'm going to go visit Italy. And I'm just going to be alone the whole time. And I'm not going to seek out and solicit male attention while I'm there. Oh, that's silly. It's silly to think that's what's going to take place.
Has some single friends who used to travel solo. They will be the first to tell her that she should do whatever she wants, and we all know where this type of advice leads to.
His girl is on a girls' trip and cut all the communication. Now he is wondering what's going on.
I thought my relationship was cool. My girl decided to go on like a little trip with the girls, and I was cool with that. Till she chose Miami. Now she's on a yacht. $3 in the loan. And she hasn't responded for 2 days. I think I'm single.
If your girl goes to Miami, it ain't your girl no more. When you said Miami, I already knew. You're only single until she comes back. It's okay. But she won't let you take a trip with the boys, right? Watch her be like, I lost my phone. If she truly respects you, you have nothing to worry about. He is definitely more chilled than most men because at least he had no problem having his partner go on a girl's trip, as I know a lot of guys wouldn't even consider that possibility no matter the location. But things changed when she mentioned the desired destination. With everything Miami has to offer, you can't compete. At this point, you need to accept your loss and move on. And I don't know why he was surprised when she didn't reach out since she left. She was a single woman, so why were you trying to contact her? I think she lost her phone or it's out of charge and that's why she couldn't call you back. But don't worry, she will be home soon and you will no longer be single.
This is the end of another video and I hope you like it.
Good video for modern dating here. And if you enjoyed it, drop a like, subscription. Bye-bye.